Members of the U.S. House of Representatives pulled an all-nighter that ended with the passage of President Trump's so-called Big Beautiful Bill this morning. It now heads to the Senate after passing by one vote. The bill extends Trump's 2017 tax cuts, lifts the federal tax on tips and overtime, and sets aside nearly $50 billion to resume construction on the border wall. It also slashes federal spending by more than $1.5 trillion, including cuts to Medicaid and SNAP benefits. Only two Republicans joined all Democrats in opposing the bill. Neither is from Indiana. WRTV's Meredith Hackler spoke to Hoosiers who have concerns about the bill as it moves forward. So Meredith, what are you learning about those concerns?
Well, Nicole, you mentioned slashes to the federal spending by more than $1.5 trillion. According to the Congressional Budget Office, a nonpartisan group, those cuts would significantly impact SNAP, often referred to as food stamps, and Medicaid, two programs used by thousands of Hoosiers. According to Feeding America, nearly 50 million people across the country are facing food insecurity, a statistic they say is the highest in over a decade. According to the Congressional Budget Office, the Big Beautiful Bill will reduce federal spending for SNAP by $267 billion.
The bill requires states to have skin in the game on SNAP. The bill requires states to be more responsible about how Medicaid is funded. The bill provides needed tax relief for seniors. These are good things that reduce the size and scope of a federal government that is encroaching on the everyday lives of Americans.
That's the argument from the GOP, that it reduces federal spending. But data from Feeding America says the cost shift to Indiana would cost $356 million. The state would also have to pick up administrative costs. Right now, the federal government pays 50% of those costs. Under the bill, Indiana would have to pay 70%, which adds up to $46 million.
Our member food banks and their network of community kitchens and faith-based partners and pantries, we're doing everything that we can to meet the rising demand, but the federal nutrition programs provide an unmatched scale and an efficiency that people can access to find the food that they need.
As for Medicaid, the Congressional Budget Office says that federal subsidies will be reduced by $698 billion. Jennifer DeWitt's son, Jackson, has severe medical complexities. His feeding tube alone costs $3,500 a month. It's not covered by her employer's health insurance. With costs being shifted to the state, she's worried for her son.
Really need to step back and take a look and see who all this is going to end up impacting, because it's not just going to be this handful of people that we want to target, right? Like, it's going to have a huge ripple effect and it's going to have massive consequences.
Congressman Andre Carson proposed an amendment to trigger an audit to see how many people on Medicaid and SNAP would be impacted, but it failed. And the GOP continues to say that those who need the programs the most will not be impacted, but groups like Feeding America and the American Cancer Society say it will. This bill still must pass the Senate before it gets to the president's desk for a signature. Nicole?
All right, a lot to break down there, Meredith. Nice job tonight. Meredith Hackler live in the newsroom. Thank you. Well,